Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta. And hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this week for another one of our chats. And did you all have a very Merry Christmas? Happy holidays. Did you have a great day? What did you do? I hope you had a fantastic day spent with your loved
Merry
ones
Christmas.
and stuffing your face and doing things you shouldn't be doing. But I hope you enjoyed yourself. We did. We had a great Christmas. And, it was a little not as I don't know, some people did. I was on Facebook and I saw a lot of people had big gatherings. But for me and my family, we didn't have a huge gathering. And because of the Omicron was still going around, we just had a small thing in our house, dinner at our house. But
Yes.
yeah, let us know what you did for Christmas. And I hope you enjoyed
Yes.
yourself. And before we get going, you know the routine. I'm going to ask you if you like our videos, hit the thumb icon to say you liked it. Subscribe to our channel. We'd love for you to subscribe and hit the bell notification. Here's my bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Okay. Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. And tea is what we're going to be talking about today. Let's see, I am drinking Earl Grey, and it was given to me as a Christmas gift. And it's by the company Tea Forte Classic Collection, and it's loose leaf, organic loose leaf black tea. And it's in a little canister like this, and you open it up, and it smells amazing. And inside you can see there, I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of dark. There's loose leaf teas in there. But it's delicious, and I have it already steeped with some almond milk and a bit of my stevia sugar. So cheers, Gloria. Cheers, everyone. And Gloria will now talk about what tea she's drinking.
And today it's a little cold, or as we say in the South, it's a little nippy outside. So I am doing organic peppermint tea. What I love about this tea is that it is organic peppermint leaf. That's the ingredients.
Nice.
So yes, very, very nice. And it's just refreshing. So like Rosetta, I hope you all had a wonderful holiday with family and you're enjoying a nice cup of tea with us now. Cheers.
Cheers. All right, everyone. And today we're going to do something a little different because we're going to be on a little hiatus for the next couple of weeks. Well, for next week, we're not going to be on next week. So we thought this week we would do our year in review, 2021 year in review, right, Gloria?
Absolutely. We've got lots of great things that have happened and we're ready to share.
Yes, we are. Let's get going. All right, January the 6th started with, well, the election happened and our president was not renewed, Trump, and we got a new president. And January the 6th, the attacks happened in the Capitol. So Gloria can talk more about that.
Yes, it was a very devastating time because we as citizens of America got to see when you don't have democracy and when you have chaos, because it was chaotic. However, everything ended much better. The vote was certified. President Biden was named as the new president of the United States. And even today, you can walk up to people and they'll say, no, they stole the vote. So it just depends on who you talk to. But that was a very interesting day for us all. And thank God it is behind us. And I hope we never have to have a day like that again.
Yes, I just pray and hope we don't. Then we have we said goodbye with keeping up with the Kardashians. Not so goodbye because they're still around and we're still seeing them in social media, and they now have a new show. I think it's already on or it's going to happen on Hulu. So it's not really goodbye to them.
Yes.
Then we have
and part of them was the dissolution of what is her? I'm trying to think of Kim's, I think it's KKW, which is Kim Kardashian West.
Yes.
Her and
yes.
her husband are separated. They're not divorced yet. However, her and Kanye are separate, and they've both started dating other people. And on a higher note, Kourtney Kardashian got engaged this year.
Yes,
So
she did.
that's our Kardashian update.
Yeah, and there was something else I was going to say. Shoot, what was it I was going to say about the Kardashians? Oh, I'm drawing a blank here, but I wanted on the note of the Kardashians because they did a lot, right?
Yes.
The
Well,
other
we all
thing.
have Chloe, who had a beautiful baby with Tristan, and during COVID shutdown, we found out that Tristan has cheated yet again. There's a new woman out there saying he's the father of her child. So hopefully Chloe's going to back off of that and let that be. And the daughter that's seeing Travis is pregnant. That's Kylie, right?
Kylie, yes. Kylie's
Yes,
pregnant
so
again with
Kylie,
baby number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think of some more things that happened to the family. Did it come back, what you were thinking of?
Yeah, that was it. I was going to say about Kylie and her pregnancy.
Okay.
Yes. So that was
Cool.
it. And we've seen them on many different shows and, just being interviewed. Then we have Olivia Rodrigo released her debut single, Driver's License. She became very big in 2021.
Mhm.
We have Ben and Jen reunited. That is Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, for all of you who don't know who Ben and Jen are, but I'm sure you do.
Right, right. And there's also been some recent interviews between Ben and Howard Stern. And Howard was asking Ben why was he doing what he was doing? He looks so much happier now with J-Lo. And he said that he was in a marriage, and for whatever reason, the marriage wasn't working. And he felt he was trapped. He couldn't do anything. He didn't want to leave his children. So he would just drink
Oh,
he put the drinking on his happiness. So hopefully, things are going to be better with J-Lo. I don't think J-Lo would put up with as much as Jennifer Garner did.
yes.
So we'll
Yes.
see.
And everyone, sorry about the technology today. The weather's a bit weird. It's sunny and then all of a sudden it comes down with downpours. So we have a little bit of slow connection. So if you see it freezing, don't mind us. We're going to keep going. Yes.
Yes.
All right. The next one was Summer Olympics. Did you see that in Japan, where Simone Biles taught us it's okay not to be okay? And then we have
Yes.
Suni Lee. We had never ever seen her before, and she debuted and she won gold for all-round performance.
Yes, great job. And then she turned around and she got the opportunity to perform on Dancing with the Stars. And she was able to use her gymnastic in her routines. She did a beautiful job.
Yes, she did. She was like a cocoon and she went into a butterfly, and she opened up, and she had so much more emotion in Dancing with the Stars as the weeks went by. But Simone Biles did an excellent job of backing down. And had it not been for her doing that, we would never have seen Suni Lee excel as she did.
Absolutely.
So we love that. And then Friends reunited after 17 years. I did not see the reunion show. Did you see it, Gloria?
No, sorry.
But it was nice to see them back again. And a lot of the diehard fans said that they really enjoyed their reunion together. So we have that.
Yes.
And then we have Alec Baldwin shooty tragedy on his set for Rust.
Yes.
That was more recent.
Yes, and that was very shocking. He sat down with George Stephanopoulos from Good Morning America, ABC News, and the thing that he said out of the entire hour that stuck with me was, I never pulled the trigger. I was holding it by the barrel and the gun just went off. That Oh, I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Yeah, we learned a lot of new things during that interview with George that really surprised us. And there's probably a lot more investigation going on. But that's what happened. Then Netflix came along and Squid Games got very popular from Korea, and so did Bridgerton.
Bridgerton, yes, baby.
Yes, yes, Bridgerton, yes. But
Yes,
it's such a shame that he's not going to be returning. And you know all who we're talking about, right?
yes,
The
yes.
Dutch, what's his name?
Isn't it Jean Saint
John, Reggae, John.
Reggae?
Yes,
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 that's what we're talking about. So if you know his name, you want to help your girls out, just put it down below. Comment below.
yes. Then Britney Spears' conservatorship ended.
Yes.
Travis Scott and Astro World tragedy. That was a huge one. And it's really sad that a lot of people are saying that Travis Scott has to be held accountable for this, because we have seen in the videos, the replays of some videos, that it was people behaving badly prior to this. You have to remember that Travis Scott concert started at nighttime when it was dark at 9 o'clock,
Right.
and people were behaving badly during the daytime. All the ruckus and people pushing down the barriers trying to get in, it was during the daylight hours. So this was happening way before the concert started. So people were behaving badly. And we had heard that ambulance had to be called earlier that day as well.
Right.
So
and,
it's...
And the thing is, I have also attended, they call them general admission concerts. And what that means is you get a ticket and it's first come, first serve. So wherever you sit, you know, it's like that's your spot. And I've been to, like, say, Prince. Okay, who doesn't love Prince? And they would like hit a chord of the guitar, ding, and people would go, ah, and they would start running. However, no one really wanted to do anything to hurt anyone. So I understand people are looking for someone to blame in this incident. It's going to be kind of hard, though, to blame the artist who is doing their job, which is to pump up the crowd, make everyone have a good time. And also it's your responsibility to be the gatekeeper. So, you know, I know Travis Scott has tried to do some things to help some of the people who lost loved ones. And of course, it's not enough. They see this as, you know, an opportunity for, you know, maybe a payout or something like that, because they did lose someone near and dear to them, someone that they loved. So
we'll keep you updated as we get updates, because we'd like to know what's going on with that investigation. Then we have the Michigan Oxford High School shooting with the teenager that shot many of the classmates. We're not even sure. I guess Black Friday, his dad went out and purchased a gun, and we don't know 100% sure if it was for him or for the child. We think it's for the son. And the son was actually online saying that he was looking for ammunition or something. And the mother's response was, that's okay, but just don't get caught. So they had a little bit to play with that. And the thing after the fact was that they were found hiding out at a friend's artist studio in the basement. So why were they hiding out? If they had nothing to hide, hide nothing, right?
Right. I know it was really disappointing for parents to post, you know, early Christmas present and then turn around and say, no, it has nothing to do with that. So, you know, like Rosetta and I always tell you, everything that you do on the internet is on the internet forever.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. And then next we have, the year started off great because as of 2020 December, we started to get vaccines for everyone. We were so excited. First, it was the elderly over 65, and then people with a compromised immune system. And it just was hopeful. And then slowly people starting to get the vaccines, the frontline workers, people that were in high traffic jobs like grocery department stores and things like that. And we were doing well, and all of a sudden new variant comes along called Delta. And that actually set us back 4 steps. We go back 4 steps. We were like ahead of the game, and then we went back 4 steps. And then lockdown, December 2020 happened, and we didn't have Christmas. And then it was terrible. And then now we have this new variant called Omicron. Do you have anything do you want to say anything, Gloria, about this?
The thing that I'm hearing, okay, so it moves very fast. I mean, I heard something like we've hit like 5 million COVID cases, and this is like with the vaccinations in place. So 92+% of the individuals in the hospital are none or unvaccinated. The thing that is very, very sad is that even though people know that there's a chance that they could get COVID, they're willing to take the risk because they're afraid of the shot. It has been very, very detrimental to young people. I thought once it went from adults getting sick to children getting sick, people would say, okay, I don't care what it is, I don't want my child getting sick. And it's had the actual reverse effect. People are not doing anything to improve the quality of their children's life by getting vaccinated and protecting their kids. Very sad.
Right. But we do have, oh, that was weird. Sorry, everyone.
What?
I don't know what happened there I had 2 images of you. 2 images of you came up. Sorry, everyone. Kind of threw me for a loop.
It's just me.
Yes. Well, continuing on, now the kids aged 5 through 12 were able to get their vaccines.
Yes.
And a lot of parents are getting the kids vaccines, but there are still parents that are not wanting to do that. But now they have the chance to do that. And we now have booster shots for everyone. Initially, it was like the vaccine where it was 60 and over and immune compromised and people in the frontline workers. But then they decided everyone in the nation can now get the booster shot. So that was that.
Yes.
And then Ellen announced her final season of the scandal of toxic environment. That was huge because you know us, we're Ellen girls, right?
Yes, we are. And we were very, very, very sad to see that she's leaving. However, it's her 19th season. I wish she was able to do more of the shows herself. Since it's her last year, she's been using a lot of co-hosts, and the rumor on the street is she's doing that to see if they can find someone to replace her. I can help them out. No, not so far. No one could hold a candle to her.
Not that we know of and not that we've seen. And even last season 18, she was absent so often. It was even before the rumors of the toxic environment. She was really absent. And then this year we thought, okay, season 19, it's her last year. She's definitely going to be on more, right? If not every single day, right? She's definitely going to be on. And we were sad because she started with like 1 guest host and then 2 guest hosts. And now it's become more and more frequent. So Twitch is doing a lot.
Yes. And I love him as a dancer, and he's got Clash of the Band, so he's got his own thing. I mean, he's fine. He's not Ellen.
No, he's not. No one can beat Ellen, but we are excited to see more of you before you go out. And I'm sure, just like Oprah, after your final season, you're not going to be gone from the limelight. We're still going to hear and see you, right? We're excited about that. Yes. Okay. And then this year, the movie theaters opened back up. I was so excited for that. More theaters, more shows. And the first movie I went to see was, now I'm trying to think. What was the first one I went back to see was Quiet Place. That was it. Quiet Place 2. That's what I went to see. No. Did you see Quiet Place 1?
No, I don't pay to be frightened. No, I pay to be entertained.
Well, I normally don't go to see scary movies in the theater, but because I liked Quiet, whatever the name now, I keep blanking of the name, but
But
I like
Quiet
the
Place
first one.
One,
Quiet Place 1, I thought
yes.
Quiet Place 2 would be a good thing to go back into the theaters and watch. So that came out, people back in the movie
Yeah, a
theaters.
good follow-up.
Yes, I'm loving going back because then I can watch and have my popcorn. That's that's what I like.
I
All right.
miss that so much.
I know. Me and you will have to go one day when it's really quiet and not many people. Maybe the first showing of the day. There'll be not that many people we can go so you're not scared about the crowds. All right. The next one is
Yeah.
Facebook was down for a day, and so was Amazon Prime. So Facebook was huge, right? What were you doing during that time when Facebook was down? I mean, I just thought that there was initially, I thought that my internet was down or something was wrong with my connection. And then my husband told me that Facebook is down because he likes to do his research and say, type in Facebook
Right.
down, whatever. And then it said that it is down. But I was okay with that because I had other
Wow.
things to do. My life doesn't evolve around Facebook and social media. And what were you doing, Gloria, that day? And did it affect you?
No, because I don't, I mean, I know as a business owner, I should. I just prefer to pick up a phone and call someone and say, hi, how you doing? And talk to them. The thing for me was once I realized what the problem was, where people were going nuts. I mean, I heard people say they check their connections because initially on Facebook it goes down. You go, oh, no problem. I'll go to Instagram. Well, Instagram was down. They go, oh, that's no problem. I'll go to the WhatsApp app. That was down. Oh, I'll just go to Messenger. That was down. I think the realization to everyone that this is all owned by one company, which is now called Meta. That to me, I was like, that's not fair. If you broke up Pacific Bell because you thought they would have such an autonomy over phone services, how did you let Mark Zuckerberg do what he's done now, where he has all of this control over social media?
Yeah, he really did because Facebook owns Facebook, Instagram, IG, WhatsApp. It's crazy. And a lot of people like to be on those platforms.
Yeah,
And if they're not on there surfing, they're on there posting. So
yeah,
that was big. That was big.
yeah.
It's like life doesn't go on until we have these app platforms up, right?
That's right.
So luckily it was only one day. Okay, so that went down. And then we have the next one. This year was a big one where there was a lot of Asian hate crimes, right?
Yeah,
It just started off with the coronavirus and people were saying like anyone that was Asian, go back to your country. It started off with our old president saying it
yeah.
was an Asian thing, the China virus, he said, or I forget what
Called
he
it the
called.
China virus.
Yes,
Remember?
yes, the China virus. So that kind of
Yeah.
put things in people's heads and made them think differently about the Asians, and they were being racist to the Asians. But this year we saw so many hate crimes against Asians. Like you'd be watching TV, the news, and all of a sudden they'll be talking about another Asian has been seriously injured from a hate crime, and you'd see some Asian elderly just minding their own business, walking down the street, and all of a sudden this person comes running and just slams into them and
Yeah.
knocks them down, and they're sent to the hospital.
Yeah.
And it's just out of the blue that you never know when and where this is going to happen. But more and more of this was happening. And what I really loved was I saw on, I think it was either Oprah, not Oprah, sorry, on Ellen, that two Asian women, they actually took this really seriously and they decided through all this Asian hate crime, they started to make free meals for the Asian community,
Yeah.
which was really nice.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
As a person of color, I would love to say I don't know what that feels like. However, I do. And I want us all to just think more about being inclusive of one another as a culture and as a community, because I promise you, if ET comes to planet Earth, you're not going to give a damn about nobody's skin color anymore. You're going to want us to all come together and work together to defeat ET. And if you want to do it then, do it now. Let's start now. Let's just love one another, irregardless of skin tone, please.
Exactly, exactly. Yes. Okay, the next thing was Tiger Woods crashed his car. We all know that he was just driving a little bit too fast around the bend, and it was big news that
Yeah.
he was pretty banged up and injured. And
Yes.
it's taken a while for him to recover. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what car he has, like a fast car, right, Gloria? Gloria was
Yeah.
saying
It was a specific brand car, and what happened is he was there to play in that manufacturer's golf tournament. So they had given him the car, and even though they're not really saying it, we believe Tiger was letting the car drive itself. And even though, because everybody says that intersection was big on accidents, because everybody gets to that point and the car, you have to slow the car down. And we all know that sometimes the reaction between the human and the car is a little off. So that's probably what, a lot of people are thinking occurred. The beauty is last weekend, Tiger and his little boy played in a tournament. And he said, because he had come out the week before, and he said, his career as a golfer is kind of like over. And so, but this was a sort of an event for him to play with his little boy. His little boy has the Tiger swing. When he does really good, he pumps his fist like his dad. They wore the Tiger red. They came down to the point where if his little boy made a shot, they would have won the tournament. And then after he missed it, and then Tiger, they both took a shot. I can't remember the order right now. They both missed it, so they came in. They didn't win, but it was just seeing them. And I guarantee you, everybody was watching them play. They are so cute together. So he doesn't have to play golf himself. He has a little protege in his pocket coming up through the ranks right now.
And talking about little protege, I was watching the Warriors game over Christmas, and you see Draymond Green's son was there, and he's 5 years old. Oh my God, he is so adorable. He's so cute. And they kept panning, the camera kept panning over to him, and I'm like, what a cute boy he is. He's gonna be in his father's footsteps now, just like Tiger Woods' son.
Yes, and our thoughts and prayers go out to Draymond, who I just heard this morning has COVID. So,
oh no, I haven't heard that. Wow, too bad.
Well, like you and I have commented, because they didn't shut down a lot of these big sports events and put people, when they kept the teams in the bubbles, we didn't have a problem. You can't have 10,000 people screaming. Those are called droplets. There's 10,000 droplets in the air. So I know people are doing what they can to be safe and to keep the players safe. But I did hear that he does have COVID. And I think he's had his vaccinations and all of that. So it's not like he's like really, really sick. Because I know people who've had their shots, they got COVID, and they'll say to me, oh, I was sick the first day and I thought, uh-oh. And then the next day it was gone because they have the vaccinations in them.
Right. And they've had the boosters and everything. So like we said, these vaccines do help a lot, right? And when you do, if you do get it, you're not that serious with it. Okay. So moving on, we have Kyle Rittenhouse, who shot 3 men, acquitted on all charges in Wisconsin. Now, I have so much to say about this, but I'm just going to keep it short. My feelings are that this has taught this young man something different about the justice system, and moving forward, what this has allowed him to do more of. It doesn't hold well to people watching this, and we always say, right, young kids learn from what they see on social media and TV. And he shot 3 men, 3 people, and he got acquitted. So what is it? say about other young people that it's okay for them to go out and shoot people and maybe they'll get acquitted or whatever it's going to put into their heads. It doesn't make it seem like it's a really serious crime. So,
Yeah, I I agree. I think that they have kind of set him up. He went from being just a, a regular kid, I guess. He's now associated with the Proud Boys. He got the opportunity to meet with President Trump, who gave him an attaboy for doing, whatever. My concern is that all these people who are pumping him up today are not going to be around him in the future. And his actions are going to have consequences in the long run. And, I go back to the mom. Why would you drive your child to a place where he could get hurt? He could possibly get hurt or hurt someone. You see, he's got a gun. What do you think he's got a gun for? It's not just to have a gun. He's going to, as he did, he used the gun.
and
So
as a mother,
it's just
and
sad.
as mothers ourselves, both Gloria and I are mothers of boys, we would be thinking,
Yes.
why in the world would you be wanting me to drive you somewhere with a gun? Exactly what Gloria said.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be taking you anywhere
Yeah.
with a gun. You tell me, what are you
No.
going to be doing? What are your intentions? Why do you even have a gun? How did he even get a gun to begin with? And what kind of event are you going to? So again,
Yeah.
we like to stress it stems from top down. And as parents, you've got to question these things. And the parents are not questioning it, then the kids are getting away scot-free. And this is what happened. He got acquitted.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
So that's something that was sad and not a good ending to the year because it happened quite recently. But now I'm going to turn it over to Glory because she has some highlights and review for 2021 as well.
Yes, just a few. So our girl Beyonce turned the big 4-0 and she makes 40 looks. That's all I got to say. She looks amazing. Brooke Shields, because she was a, professional model, she is such a beautiful person and she's always very active and taking care of herself. Well, she was in the gym and she had a devastating accident where she could not walk.
Wow.
I mean, the prognosis was not very good. And she said it was her internal will and strength. She's like, I had no idea I was that strong until I had to be. So I'm happy to say that she's recovered and everything is, doing much, much better. ABC did an initiative where they did a hashtag America Strong. And what that was to highlight the immigrant workers who, during all of COVID, everything had made sure that we had fresh fruits and vegetables when we went to the grocery stores. I can't imagine. When I was younger, my grandmother, she wanted to teach me good lessons and we would go out and pick peas or, crazy stuff like that. I think it was her way of making sure we always kept a little humility in us. And we didn't have masks on and it was hot. I can't imagine trying to do this with a mask in the field, in the sun. So Rosetta and I are just so grateful to you because there's nothing better than good quality fruits and vegetables. So thank you. Thank you very much. The Rolling Stones came out this year with the top 5 songs of all time. So number 5 was Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. Number 4 was Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan. Number 3, one of my favorite songs, A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke. I love that song.
Love that.
Number 2, I know. Whenever I'm in a movie and they play that song, I know it's a cry moment.
Yes.
You might as well get ready. The tears are gonna come because they don't play it if it's not sentimental,
Right.
So number 2 is Fight the Power by Public Enemy. And number 1 is the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, Respect. So yay, I love those songs.
Nice.
The Rosetta and I, through the year, we have done 2 segments of one of the Bachelor, the Bachelorette, and Bachelor in Paradise. And this year, the Bachelor franchise had an opportunity to come out and make a good statement. Chris Harris was behaving badly. He got terminated, so he goes away. They let Caitlyn and Tayshia run a couple of series. They did the Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise. Bachelor in Paradise, they had like
they had different hosts doing it throughout the season.
Yeah, some we like, some not so much. And then we came around to Michelle, the last Bachelorette, who claimed her man Nate. And the thing, though, is they picked Jesse Palmer as the new host of the Bachelor franchise. And it's like, I like Jesse. I think Jesse is a really cool guy. I loved him on Good Morning America. However, I think if they had selected a woman, a person of color, an LGBTQ plus person, it would have been better.
Oh my God. Could you imagine if they selected someone from, I think that they should have selected someone from the LGBT community, because they would have made it fun. Now, do you remember in Katie's season of The Bachelorette, they had a group date and 2 queens came out and they were absolutely fabulous. I loved them. And they made it really fun and entertaining. And that would have been so good. Just change it up. I mean, it's not even the fact that we need someone LGBT community. Just another male, make it a female even, please. Change it up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. You know, just like Jeopardy, they didn't just replace Alec Trebek with a man. It's a man and the young woman. We both know her as Blossom. That's not her real name. Yes, but she is also co-hosting with a male counterpart. And I think that's going to be really good because Blossom is brilliant. She's she's degreed in, what is she? She's it's not a PhD, there's something, but she is very, very smart. And no one questioned when they named her as one of the potential co-hosts.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah. So 60 Minutes did an event. And what they did is they went and they looked at Tony Bennett. As we all know, Tony Bennett is having life challenges with Alzheimer's. And Tony Bennett was approached by Lady Gaga to do a concert. A new appreciation for Lady Gaga. I mean, when she was the girl running around with the meat dress and all that, I thought she was woo-hoo, really out there. However, when she did the movie A Star Is Born, I saw her without all the makeup and all that, and I thought, what a beautiful girl. Yes. And you know, she's been like coming around. Well, she does this concert with Tony Bennett, and what happens is, because of his Alzheimer's, he forgets. So she says to him, do you know who I am? And he goes, Lady Gaga. And she almost loses it because, you know, a few hours earlier, he didn't know who she was. They did a whole show. And, you know, she was talking to the narrators of 60 Minutes. And she's like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever done in my life. And as a person watching it, I thought it was spectacular. Amazing.
Yeah, I really loved watching that. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I'm glad you got a chance to see it. I mean, you could just feel the love and respect between the two.
Exactly. There was. And I just feel for Tony Bennett because we all know him as this brilliant singer who is very cognizant of everything that he's doing and remembers everything. But, you know, things happen as we get older and sometimes you get this, and he's got his Alzheimer's, and we pray that, you know, you'll be around for much longer and we don't know if you will, but can keep singing.
Yes. Adele is back. She did an evening concert up in the hills of Los Angeles. Oh my God.
Adele,
it was the most beautiful thing. Oh my God. When she said, hello, Oh, I was all in. I love her.
Well, she started off with her new album, new single from her album, right?
Right.
And it had been how many years since she had done her last single? It was like 6 years or something.
Um, yes. Well, the last one was called 25, and this one is called 30, and she's 33. So it's been like, 7 years, something like that. However, amazing. And her voice was spectacular, and you got to see her, and intertwined with the singing was a conversation one-on-one with Oprah. Wow.
That was a
Wow.
great one. Yes, it was. Yes, it
Yes,
was.
that was
Oh,
amazing.
talking about Oprah, we forgot to mention this year was a big one because Harry and Meghan sat down with Oprah for a tell-all.
Yes, yes.
I think we forgot.
I also, yeah, I remembered, not just that, because, we had little Archie, we also have Lilibet, Diana.
Yes. Yeah. So we're very happy for them and they're doing very well. I believe they live in Santa Barbara. So
Yes,
they're doing very well. And I just love it. I mean, they're sticking true to themselves and they're living the life that they really want instead of being pigeonholed into what the royal family are expecting of them. And they're doing this because they know what had happened. Well, Harry knows what the progression was that happened to his mother, Lady Diana. So he's
yes.
trying to steer clear of that for Meghan. So yeah, that was a big thing this year. They broke away from the royal duties and they moved to the US.
Yes. There, I also noticed they did some pictures, and had little bits of conversation. I guess the Queen every year during the holiday season, they kind of like let the public in behind the scenes, and there was a little cameo of Kate playing the piano while some ladies were singing. They showed, the Queen was talking because, I think the Jubilee, her 75th year on, as the Queen, happens next year. So they're starting to plan that. And one of the things that they're hoping is that, Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet will all be with the royals to celebrate the Queen's,
Well, I
big
hope
blessed
so.
event.
I also hope so, but I know that the reason why, and I didn't know this, I found out very recently, the reason why Harry decided to completely cut away from them is because the Queen usually does a holiday speech in Buckingham Palace. And this year, well, it wasn't this year, it was last year, 2020, she had done a holiday Christmas speech and she had some pictures next to her and she had William and Kate and their family, but missing was Meghan and Harry's family, and she did it deliberately. She told the people, the production team, that their pictures weren't necessary, so they can do away with those
Mm,
pictures. And when Harry saw that his and his wife's pictures were not in on that speech, that's the final
right.
straw that broke the camel's back. So that's why he decided.
Yeah.
That's around the same time that he decided to come into public announcement saying that he wanted to move away from and stop having those raw duties with his wife.
Yeah. Wow. I think it's really sad, and it doesn't matter about all of this crap at the end of the day. And maybe it's because the Queen is getting older. She's just not thinking as clearly. That's your grandchild. Those are your great grandchildren. Do you care about what some fuddy duddy thinks of you? I mean, if God blesses me to be that age, if I want to walk naked on the streets, I'm going to do it because I can do it. I don't
Wow.
care what somebody says. You don't want to see it, turn your head. So, I that's an exaggeration because I would never do it. The point I'm trying to make is that you're the Queen. You set the standards. If you had told them, not only do I want the pictures there, but I want them where they can clearly be seen, it would have set a different tone. So,
Yeah, that was kind of shocking that she did that. And I didn't know about this until this article came up on my news feed. And I'm like, wow, the Queen is actually doing this
Wow.
despite, you know, this is your grandkids and your great grandkids. So that was a shocker.
Yeah. Sad. Um, oh, I love him. I call him Captain Kirk. His real name is William Shatner, and he had the opportunity to go up, and I want to say to space, but it's the outer layer of space. So he had the opportunity to participate with Jeff Bezos and go up. And if you're like, well, who is he? He owns Amazon. So he's got lots of money and he's created rockets. And recently, Michael Strahan did the same thing. Michael
Yes.
Strahan was the commentator for Good Morning America. And when William Shatner came back, he told him, he said, this is something you need to see. We need everyone to see this. Now, my thing is, and I keep saying this, why don't you take a camera and shoot it back while you're up there and let us see what you see? Maybe if people realize how thin the layer is, you know, because Michael said, you see the thin layer, you see the blue of Earth, you see it all. It's something you cannot unsee. Maybe people would stop acting so badly and help take better care of Mother Earth. So we've got lots of space activities going on right now. Sir Richard did it first, and he left, and then we have, well, I guess back in the day, Elon Musk has also done some work. So it's Elon Musk, Sir Richard, and Jeff Bezos that's doing all of this space explorations right now. Let's see. This year we had a real blessing. The View had started to become very toxic. Didn't want to watch it. I was done. And we're watching the show, and then Meghan McCain comes out and she says that she's leaving The View. I love Meghan. I think she's such a beautiful girl. I just think it's, I mean, if I think of Meghan and I think of John McCain, I would not think that she was John McCain's daughter, because he was such a loving, kind person. And he may not have liked your butt, but he would not be nasty or rude. And
She was very opinionated, and she made it known that this is her way or the highway. And
right.
I have to say that I did not like watching that show when she was on, because you never knew what personality, what side of Meghan would come out. Sometimes she was very
Yes.
sweet. Sometimes she was
Yes.
downright mean. I was just like, put a smile on your face, Meghan. Smile. She wasn't one to smile a lot.
You're a mommy now.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a mommy now. And when you're a mother, you have to realize they are sponges. Everything you do, everything you say. I've done things, and 6 months later, it's coming out of his mouth back at me. And I'm like, what? So, and don't think just because they're a baby, they're a toddler, oh, they don't know, they don't understand. Be surprised. Yes, they do. They do understand.
Yes, they do.
Let's see. Yes. Let's see. Mariah Carey's song, you know, All I Want for Christmas is still #1. Everybody's
Surprise,
trying to knock her
surprise.
out of that spot. I
What a
know.
surprise.
She's hanging on to it. Chris Cuomo and Mayor Cuomo, the previous mayor of New York, no, excuse me, the previous governor of New York, are siblings. And the governor had to step down due to inappropriate behavior with women. And then they kept doing some investigation, and they found out that Chris had actually been using his platform to help the governor. So he was initially suspended, and then he was terminated from CNN. So lots and lots of things that are just going on. I'm trying to think. I thought there was one other big moment point that happened in our last year. Common and Tiffany Haddish fell in love during COVID. And now that COVID has released a little bit, they are both very, very busy, and they still love each other, but they've kind of separated. So,
oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I was very sad to hear that, because they look so cute together. And I think, pretty much Rosetta and I have tried to spend the whole year in a space of love and gratitude. So the last thing I want to comment on is we're concerned because nobody's seen her, and that's Wendy Williams. How you doing?
How you doing?
And Wendy, we just want you to know that you're in our thoughts and prayers. We hope everything's going to be okay. We don't know where you are. We don't know how. Your team's pretty closed mouth. The rags are talking, but I don't want the rags. I want to hear from you. So we hope you're okay. And as devastating as it would be to lose you, it would be even more horrible if you came back to work and got really, really sick. So make your health number one priority. Like your son said, he doesn't want you to come back and do this. And if that's what happens, we'll all make do. Then we will have lost Ellen and Wendy in the same year.
Yeah, but yes, as Gloria said, we'd like you to come back, but healthy. Only come back when you feel that you're healthy and you can do this, because we don't want it to be another season where you come back and then you have to leave again. But we're praying for you that you are finding a great team of professionals to help you through whatever health problems you're going through. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So, Ellen always reminds us to be kind to one another, to listen to one another. She always ends her show saying, I feel the love in the room. I accept it. I send it back out to you. Take it, go out and spread it around the world. And we hope that in our communications with you over the past year, we've given you things to think about and to given you aha moments. And we hope that you will also feel the love that we have.
Yes.
And we send it back to you.
Yes, we do. And we hope that you've enjoyed watching all our chats. And we love doing them as much as sharing them with you, because this is all about our likes, our loves. And we like to talk about what's happening socially wise. And we always like to put some tidbits of information and knowledge and just highlight things that are important to us. We really love that. But we just want to say thank you so much. It's been an amazing year. I mean, so many things have happened this year. Yeah. And one major thing that I want to say is that we had our vaccines. The vaccines have allowed us to get back out there and things to open up again, which is one thing that I'm really, really grateful for the vaccine and for the booster shots. And now the kids age 5 to 12 are allowed to get the vaccines. Besides the point that some people are still not going to take the vaccines, we all know through science-based evidence that even if you get the vaccine and you are exposed, you're not as serious and you're not likely to end up in the hospital. So what we want you to realize is that if you take the vaccine, you're less likely. It doesn't mean you won't never, ever get the COVID virus. It just means that you will not be rushed to the hospital and be as serious. So we hope you think about that a bit more. And if you don't have the vaccine now, we can't really tell you what to do, but we can only advise and say that we've seen it through evidence that it's less likely you'll be highly seriously sent to the hospital. But this year has been amazing. We've seen amazing things happen, and 2022 is going to be bigger and better because things are opening up now in 2021. 2022, it's a new chapter, another 365 days to write your book. I always say January the 1st is the first day of your new book. So write a good book next year.
Yes.
We love it, and we thank you
and
so much.
I also
Go ahead, Gloria.
I was just going to say yes. And one of the things that I just recently heard is women are much better at journals. So ladies, get your journals and start writing.
Yes, get your journal. I love it. I love it because I do my journals, and I do like to do gratitudes once in a while. I love that.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for that last note, Gloria. That's great. I like that. I always talk about journals and gratitude and being thankful. The more you're thankful for, the more you'll have. So think about what you're grateful for. Thank you so much, everyone. And if you like this video, hit the thumb icon below. Please consider, we would love your support. Consider subscribing to our channel. below and hit the bell notification, get my bell out, so you don't miss any of our videos. Because when you hit that bell notification, what it does is it sends you a notification straight away that you can watch our chats. So we've really enjoyed it. This is the last one of 2021. When we return in 2 weeks, it will be 2022. Exciting.
Yes.
And
I am too.
yes, thank you so much, everyone. And remember to always
keep smiling.
Take care now. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy 2022.
Yes, happy 2022.